What's up, everybody? I'm here with another book review. This time it's going to be Give Yourself Goosebumps number 6, Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter. Take a look at this awesome cover. The holographic stuff, pretty cool. Yeah, I read this book as a kid a number of years ago, and I thought that I read both, like storylines. I know I didn't complete it because what I used to do was I'd put it down as soon as I got a good ending and say that I finished it. As I got older, I wanted to go through and get all the endings and different things like that. So, yeah. This book I've actually had ever since I was a kid. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a 59-cent sticker on mine, and I like keeping those just to see how the world has changed and different things like that. This is a Goodwill sticker, so that shows you. Yeah, I think it's like 59 cents. Yeah, 59 cents at Goodwill. Had this for a long time. You can tell it's kind of beat up. Got a bunch of wear down there. But anyway, the story itself, from when I was a kid, what I remembered about it the most was the eating the cake portion of the story, and I remember you running from cops and stuff like that. I didn't remember much about the purple peanut butter, so maybe I didn't actually read that as a kid. I'm not sure, but I finally finished it. I got all the endings, got all the pages. Yeah. The story itself is about you. You're going to stay with your cousins Barney and Dora. Yeah. At your aunt and uncle's house while your parents go away for a little while, and you don't want to go because your cousins are very big bullies, and the daughter Dora, she likes to play with dolls, and she always has you doing stuff like that. And Barney's just this big, heavy set guy that's really mean, and yeah, you really don't want to go. You end up getting there, and they want to play hide and seek. So the aunt and uncle leaves, and they say we only have one rule before you leave, and it's stay out of the basement. So, and you ask, why can't we go in the basement? And basically, when these people moved, they left a bunch of stuff down there, and they don't know exactly what's in there. And they said that the people that were there were very weird. So yeah, they want to keep you safe. So whatever. You end up going downstairs, or no, I think the first choice you get is not going downstairs, and I did choose not to go downstairs because if this was me, I would have chose that. But that just leads you to like a mock ending where you do have to go downstairs. They just kind of pick on you for being a coward. So you end up going downstairs, and you end up hiding, and you start getting hungry. You're on the airplane for a long time, and the only thing you ate was like peanuts and a Coke. So you get to choose between purple. You open the refrigerator that's down there, and it's been sitting there for a while. Keep in mind, and there's two things in there. There's this purple goop stuff and a chocolate cake, and you get to choose which one you want to eat. If it was me, I would have chose neither because I don't know how long they've been there. But I kind of went with a logical uh, way, and that was I figured if it's in a jar, it would last longer. Could be wrong about that, but I went with the purple peanut butter. Now, keep in mind, if this was a typical dessert thing, I'm going for the chocolate cake. Yeah, but anyway, I went for the purple peanut butter. You eat it, and you end up playing dolls with Dora, and you start shrinking slowly. Like she notices that your bracelet, or not bracelet, your watch is a little bit bigger on your wrist, and yeah, different things like that start happening. Before long, you shrink down to very very small, like small enough that her shoelaces are like jump ropes, and yeah, her sink is like towering over you. So you're trying to get her attention. She thinks you're a bug. So you end up going down the drain into the sewer system, and you basically have to find the refrigerator. And when you find it, you befriend a stink bug and a lizard, and yeah, that's basically that. There is another little storyline in this, and I kind of got a little confused because you get a choice of either going to the junkyard or going to find a doctor. And it feels, I think, if you don't choose the junkyard, you end up at the junkyard. It's something like that. Um, if you go to the doctor way, you get to find these scientists that do the scientist that does experiments on you and different things like that. It's not super interesting. This janitor finds you. He thinks you're a rat. Yeah, very very boring stuff. I mean, not super boring, but it was okay. Yeah. Yeah. That little storyline there. I enjoyed for the most part, I guess. I mean, it was fine. I just felt like it could have done a little bit different things, but I will say that I don't think it had a lot to work with because R.L. Stein has done quite a few shrinking stories, and there's really not much you could do with it, I don't think. So, yeah. You get on a popsicle stick and use a toothpick like as an oar. Yeah, different things like that. Not super interesting. This storyline did have two of my favorite endings though, and that was the dollhouse ending. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I thought that was my favorite ending out of the whole book. And there's another ending dealing with a lizard that gets really big. And um, yeah. Other than that, that's it. The giant storyline. You eat chocolate cake and you start slowly getting bigger. So you escape through a window, and Barney sees you, and he thinks you're an alien, and you try to stop him, and you end up tearing a roof off of a building, different things like that. You go to play baseball, and he tries to tell you not to, and you start slowly getting bigger and bigger. Well, that's like before, but anyway, you play baseball, and you hit a home run, you break a window, and these cops start chasing you. And this is what I mostly remembered as a kid. I don't remember the window breaking, but I do remember the cops chasing you. And yeah, I could have got this confused with Monster Blood 3 also. Not quite sure. Speaking of Monster Blood 3, before I forget, I will give props to this. I did find out this was ghostwritten from Spongy. So shout out to you. By Catherine Lance. I think that's what her name was. I will say, anybody can use a reference for Goosebumps. Like, Cuddles the Hamster appears or whatever. I think this lady went above and beyond on that Easter egg kind of thing. Oh, Easter's tomorrow. Yeah, that just kind of popped in my head. But anyway, yeah, she mentions that Monster Blood 3 there is a liquid that helps you shrink, and it was either and this was one of the choices when you go to find out where you got the cake from, and it's like this place called Effie's Bakery or whatever. But anyway, there's this two liquids, and one's purple and one's yellow, and you get to choose which one. And I didn't remember that, but I thought that was pretty clever that she, kind of took the time. And I don't know if she read Monster Blood 3 before this or read all the Goosebumps books, but I really appreciated that because it showed that you actually had to know a little bit more than just who Slappy the Dummy was, like most people. But yeah, I will say that. The giant storyline, you run from the cops, you end up going to a circus, and inside the circus, you get to feed lions, you get to try to lift an elephant, and yeah, you eventually run out of things to do, so you still run. And yeah, I will say that the giant storyline had some of the lackluster endings. I can't really remember a single one, and the shrinking one had two of the best endings. But storyline wise, I like the giant storyline a lot more than the short storyline. But yeah, I think that's about it for Beware of the Purple Peanut Butter. I did enjoy this book. I don't think it was like perfect. There were some misses. Oh, there's three things that, well, they're all the same thing, but there are three instances that I didn't like. So when you're small, you're not microscopic. Your cousin thinks that you're a bug, and she tries to kill you. Like, she can see that you're clearly a human. The janitor, he thinks you're a rat, and then when you get really big, your cousin thinks you're an alien. Your face doesn't change at all, you just get bigger, so that was kind of far-fetched, but, I mean, this whole book was far-fetched, but yeah. Beware the Purple Peanut Butter, I'd probably give it like 3 out of 5 stars. Thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was above average or anything like that, but yeah, pretty decent book. Not a bad one. But yeah. Yeah, 3 out of 5 stars for me, guys. That's it for me. Please let me know in the comments below. What did you think about Beware the Purple Peanut Butter? Is it one of your favorite books? Is it one of your least favorite books in the series? Yeah, I think this is like my 20th Give Yourself Goosebumps book that I've reviewed on here. So, I know there's 50, so yeah, I'll try to knock some of these out. This felt like it took me forever to read, though, so yeah. That's it for me, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.